Good evening.
I'm your host, live, local,
and only slightly overdressed.
Tonight's top story:
gay men in journalism.
the ones who make breaking news feel downright inappropriate.
Without doing a thing.
Well, except going live on camera looking the way they look.
Woof! Cue the lower thirds, boys.
Let's get to the facts.
Or at least the bodies.
Corner time for former KFOR cutie Scott Hines. Scott Hines wasn't just another talking head.
He was Oklahoma's hotline to justice.
As the in-your-corner guy, he helped hundreds of locals solve their everyday crises.
When a taxi company overcharged,
You called Scott.
When a landlord ignored repairs,
You called Scott. When your Jeff Stryker merch wasn't quite as anatomically honest as the packaging promised, well, maybe not that one.
but in a world of shady contractors and
faulty promises,
Scott Hines stayed in our corner.
sharp suit,
sharper jawline,
and always ready to hold the powerful to account.
Or at least to filth.
coming up, a correspondent who asked strangers to play sensei.
And then to help him steal a bike.
What would you do?
Besides press replay.
What would you do with Gio Benitez? Before Gio was flying into hurricanes with George Stephanopoulos, he hosted What Would You Do?
Basically, Candid Camera's dour older sister with trust issues.
One segment had a kid begging strangers to pretend to be his karate instructor to scare off bullies.
Later, the same child asked those same strangers to help him steal a bike.
Which honestly sounds less like a social experiment
And more like the cold open of an SVU episode about a To Catch a Predator spin-off gone horribly off script.
Still, Gio handled it with the calm of a man who knows every camera is his good side.
Next, a reporter so calm under fire.
Even Portland's pepper spray smelled like freshly ground professionalism. Jonathan Vigliotti, the Scud Stud of Portland.
Jonathan's the guy you send to report from a riot, and he still looks like a Burberry ad.
When he bravely reported from the mean streets of Portland,
The sting of fresh ground pepper spray in his eyes. People called him another Scud Stud.
Okay, I did. Once. But no one knew what I meant.
he's got the composure of a war correspondent.
And the jawline of a man who's never had to wait in line at Starbucks.
Up next,
The LA anchor who can make a safe sex PSA feel like a date invite.
sources say, you'll stay to the end.
Carl Schmid, the Scud Stud of Los Angeles. Carl's that rare anchor who can turn a wellness PSA into a thirst trap.
When he bravely reported from the war-torn streets of West Hollywood during Pride weekend, the sting of fresh body glitter in his eyes, people called him another Scud Stud.
Okay, I did. Once. But no one knew what I meant.
Still, you have to admire a man who can look that good while preaching safe sex and self-love, sometimes in the same sentence.
And our final journalist made a career change so shocking that residents of Utah should X out now. Or should I say, triple X out.
Dallas Steele. Jim Walker, as you've never seen him before, dressed.
Before anchoring the adult industry's stepdaddy bad boy vertical as Dallas Steele, he was Jim Walker.
A twice Emmy-nominated journalist with more than 20 years behind the news desk.
He braved hurricanes, reported from crime scenes, and kept his composure when lesser men would have melted under studio lights.
Dallas Steele may have taken the studios of licentious cinema by storm, but Jim Walker weathered the real ones.
From covering storms to causing them, he proved credibility doesn't vanish just because the clothes do.
Or, as I like to call it, from newsies to nudies.
And Dallas, happy birthday. You've already flipped careers. If you're planning to flip the script on the whole birthday spanking convention, my DMs are open.
Among other things.
So that's tonight's broadcast of Breaking Nudes, the local edition. But now it's your turn, America. Who's your local newsman crush? That cute meteorologist who gestures like he's conducting the symphony of your desires? The anchor who says good evening like a promise? Drop his name and city in the comments. We're scouting for the next episode of Breaking Nudes.
OMG. This is worse than the unalived hornets of 2021. You don't introduce a new character mid-story and then poof, never see them again. That's just sloppy storytelling. Anyway, for those of you who still have a brain, which is why you're here and not Googling celebrity bulges, Arthur Kent is a 51st state journalist. Born in Medicine Hat, Alberta, he became internationally famous and picked up the nickname Scud Stud while reporting on the 1991 Persian Gulf War. Wait, did that Chiron just say Goujon Scud? I thought those were fish sticks. Oh, they are. En français, bâtonnet de poisson.
And that, mes amis, is how you lose your press credentials in Quebec.